Finesse going into peek at. Oh my god, there's a firing squad waiting. Oh no, now they're gonna jump behind it. Kusta will take down Lucas. That's a good start. Cutler in the corner gets 2 big headshots, looking for a third. They line up in front of him because no more bullets left, and he ends up going down. FNX with the revenge at least, but now they're sandwiched in. Ricky comes in with a shot, and Ethan takes down Steel, and that's the round done. Man, once it got started, it never stopped. And somehow, it was CLG that came out on top.
Because they had 4 players on A site to start, pretty much. This couldn't get more perfect than that. Finesse dies, and him dying actually saved the team. That's leadership, Anders. That's looking at that sacrifice.
Can we talk about the fact that somehow CLG have ended up with 2 players that spell their names backward? Like,
right.
Why does it work Cutler and Ethan? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying, right? You know, why don't we just actually have, you know, Hecker? Okay, obviously. Let's go, boys. You should at this point just all commit.
Don't do drugs, kids. The second round is coming up here, and Ethan goes down to Henny with a quick deagle headshot. They have 4 of them, and almost a second one as Ricky nearly falls. No headshot, but even with the body shots, it's just fine. Lucas being fairly aggressive. Steel not making much headway yet with the tech line over here by the squeak door, but they've got so much map control in the middle here.
Yep, and now the rotation from B is cut off. So this is about to get ugly, Anders. Lucas, he can stop those guys from coming over to support their mates on the A site. What I'm interested in is the fact that Immortals seem to be just willing to take. Why don't they just commit to A as soon as they have that guy in connector?
Yeah, it's a reasonable point. Finesse should be going down here. Bolts, easy kill. Kusta gonna have to really earn his way here. Picks up the 1. It could be a quick follow-up. It probably should have been. Bolts wouldn't have required that many bullets to kill now. It's a really uncomfortable 2 versus 2. The bomb making its way onto the site, being planted as we speak. They're going to try and see if they can isolate Henny. They get the kill now. It's Bolt. 1-on-1 versus Ricky, who's got 3 health left. So a single bullet here is going to take care of it. He's going to try and hold it down. He's got the kit. A couple of more seconds. Bolt, he's way too slow. He's going to try and make it way around the corner. And no! Immortals going to pick up the round. Bolt is just quick enough. That was down to the last second.
Unbelievable. The last pixel on that defuse. That's how close it can be sometimes. And so, well, what looked really good for CLG to start things off, winning that pistol, has now turned against them. And Immortals managed to tie it up 1-1. And now, well, it's going to be CLG. What are they going to do? Are they going to go for the force? They're going to try and play the late game. I mean, it was a 1v1 after all. And it will be, okay, a force, but I like it. Ricky not fully committing to it, still playing for that AWP in the buy round.
And he hoping maybe someone would be bold enough to go for the peak. I think Ethan might have heard that jump down, so realizing and just falling back from the headshot box in the middle. Steel tapping away on Finesse, but somehow didn't hit him.
Yeah, that was odd. Now they've got mid control. They have the options. And CLG have completely given it up. It's going to be 3 on A. Going aggressive. Let's go, Finesse. Better luck this time. Well, they're actually managing to put quite a bit of pressure here. Lucas with the deagle as well. That's not perfect, and he's going to get caught. Finesse point blank with the CZ75 feeds it to him. And there's the man advantage for CLG. But in the meantime, the push is about to start here on the B site.
Only 2 people to defend as well. Not the best scenario. Ricky and Cutler are both there. If they could buy some time. Cutler doing the best, actually doing quite a bit of damage there. Maybe Ricky could follow it up, but now they're losing too many players in a row, and the defense is sort of just running in one at a time here. There's no grouped up defense where, you know, count to 3 and everyone goes. Really was just staggered running into the bomb site. Doesn't work out in the end, so good job on Immortals picking up a second round.
And the pause. Well, not the pause, but I mean where like everybody just looks so frozen, contemplating what needs to happen next. And you're going to be with pistols, and Ricky has invested $200 in a Zeus.
Oh, yeah.
For shame. For shame. But it will be a pretty solid buy considering Ricky, he's starting this round after the Zeus buy with 4,500, so he'll have his op and a full buy. And good, he eats a nade too. That's what you get, Ricky.
Oh, and another one.
Excellent.
That's such a shame.
Actually, it isn't, Anders.
Listen, you can't mess with Ricky after he did that jump on cobblestone. It was a good job. You know how hard that is? I've tried it so many times, and I ended up getting really depressed because there's supposed to be something wrong with me, and I can't make it. Not fun.
Daps is also smiling. All right. Man advantage right now for Immortals. And the round lead as well, 2-1. FNX moving into mid. Not going to matter. Lucas is there to obliterate a Finesse.
Oh. You could see he was trying to be really smart as well. You know, I'm gonna just jump peek this guy, check this out. He gets shut down anyway. Triple kill for FNX, and nobody goes down on Immortals' side. 3-1 favoring the Brazilians, and now we'll see what CLG can do. It's a bit of a strange start, but not the end of the world by any means. It's always annoying when you win the pistol and lose the follow-up round, but I mean, you're just going to have to put that away quick and just think about what you're going to do next.
Yeah, these have been some very one-sided like follow-up rounds as well. So like Immortals, they're making their money. They're more importantly, they're building that bank. Not dropping anybody in this round is key. All 5 survive. And so they have everything they could possibly need here to just go rompa-stomping through one of the bomb sites. I do like to see Finesse actually going for pressure in mid, though. That's a good change. There's been a lot of pressure on A in these initial rounds. Try and get that mid setup rolling.
Double boost.
They have a Molotov for vents. They should be using it. I do believe Steel has got it equipped. Molotov into vents.
Yeah, he's definitely setting up for that. There can be no doubt about it. And it's a really good mid take. Finesse, though, pushed all the way out and right in the face of Lucas. Going to have to reload on top of the fire. A bit scary there. But he will be forced back onto the highway. That means 3 on A and just 1 person left in B. If they realize that quick enough here, CLG, they might not be able to get the rotation in time. FNX going to be smoking it up, but he walks through Ethan. I'm not sure if he realized. Seems to think that that's just a perfect block. Now Cutler going to be calling for backup, saying they're already on the site. But nice shot from Lucas. Ethan is there, but only for a second.
And Henny, in the meantime, has found the shot. It's going to be FNX. It pays off, him lurking around, and he knows that Rick is close. Baits out the shot and gets the job done. 4 players survive in what was a very clean round, structured as well. You're right for pointing it out. That was how it's done. To take over mid, the double boost, all the nades, fully committing the incendiaries. And unfortunately for CLG, one thing to note, and I will bring it up, is that they tried to counter on the short. They tried to go for a push, but they team flashed each other. So,
yeah, that's no good.
That's no good. That's no good. Tried to get the trade, but instead they got forced out of their own mid part of the map.
That's
Does Ricky just buy the Zeus every round?
I hope he does. More people should. Bring it into the meta. Oh, right in the face. Did he take more damage from something else? Because otherwise, I think it
was 2 HEs.
It was either 2 HEs or is that armor bug that's reappeared out of nowhere. Otherwise, you're not going to take that much damage with the armor. So could have been. There was a bug for. I can't remember if they fixed it. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but there was a bug that where at a certain, like I think if it landed right behind people and right behind their head, it would ignore the armor and it would sort of pretend that you had no armor, which is definitely no fun. Rick came in a interesting position. This is, if he thinks he can use the suits from this angle, I don't know what's happened. That's obviously never going to actually work out. Ends up going down, but they've done significant damage already, taking out FNX and Henny, and almost Lucas as well. Cutler, this is a great position for the Deagle, but he's going to miss the first chance. He gets 1, and is it enough?
Unbelievable. Ethan's even got an AK to play with now. He knows that he's got Lucas pinned down in mid, and so it's a 1v1 for a short while here on the B site. Decides to slow down the pace, though, and that Molotov is going to buy so much time. Has to rotate through CT. Smoke is still up. The only issue is that Bolts doesn't actually have any idea. With Lucas hanging around in mid, they don't seem to know that Ethan's going to try and make this play.
Oh, man. Bolt's going to take him down. I was going to say, if he waits long enough, maybe that smoke will roll all the way over to him. You see how they keep rolling?
Yeah.
5-1 the scoreline. CLG, I mean, they've played 6 rounds so far, and they've had, what, like 1 buy round? One actual rifle round? That's frustrating.
It's about as close as you can get to the worst case scenario.
Yeah, not exactly the best. I'm wondering, yeah, so tactical timeout being called here by CLG. I was looking for the graphics, and there they are. So far, it's FNX and Bolts doing the most of the work, you can tell. And I don't know, they just, that one rifle round they had where Finesse goes down first, you have to wonder if he wins that fight, then the double boost that comes in has to face 3 people in middle, because they had 2 on highway and then Finesse would have still been alive. So, I mean, a lot hinged on that 1 kill.
Yeah.
And normally, if you allocate 3 people to middle, you expect to be able to hold almost anything, right? So
that's your concern, right? Is the fact that the ideas are there, and it worked for them in the pistol round, but after that, it's been like slowly falling apart here for CLG. Now they've got the double op in play, though. This was mentioned on the analyst desk, and I know that this warms the cockles of Moses' heart. He sees Kusta once again with the sniper rifle. backed up by Ricky. And on Cash, this can be a powerful setup.
Oh, Ricky. Tagged up a bit over by the B bomb site. But yeah, a big investment into this round for the American team. Where's the return going to come from? Still so much time left for the T side to make up their minds. They don't really have to do much of anything right now. The most we've seen CLG be so far is probably the pistol round where they push into A main. Right now, they're being incredibly defensive, especially over in B. Look at where Ricky is, practically towards CT spawn.
But this does bode well for the A take, or for the A defense, CLG. They've got everybody here on this side of the map. Although Finesse is in a bit of a tight spot, there's only a single player that he has to worry about, and that's FNX. The rest of the push is going to be the core here for Immortals, and they're about to go running onto the site. Kusta's there with the AWP, and he has support from Ethan on short, as well as Cutler. This is going to be dicey for Immortals.
Good Molotov to force Kusta out, but he still gets a kill on Henny now. They're running out of time, 25 seconds, and Kusta playing it really close with the AWP. He needs some backup right now. Ethan going to take one, but Bolts is there, and Finesse in the middle, making sure no flank is possible. Steal with a practically running headshot, taking down Kotler, and 2 versus 3 at the moment. The bomb will be going down, and it's not the best position in the world because you still can't stop that from the main. You're going to have to run much closer to actually stop that defuse, but we'll see if that's going to be an issue or not. Bolts moving back, but it's squeaked all they have to worry about.
And is it closed? No, it's open. This is going to be big. The crossfire is now there. Bolts in a second is going to take a bolt to the side of the head. Never sees it coming, of course. And Ricky finds the shot on Steel as well. Perfectly, more than enough time here for the defuse, even without a kit. And they will save both AWPs as well. And so CLG, deep sigh of relief here, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that looked like it could have been much better because it looked like Kusta didn't have any kind of backup for quite a while. And in fact, the fact that he could even get shut down like that suggests that they weren't quite sure how many people from Immortals' side were coming in. But eventually, they made it work. They only lost 2 players, and that's definitely respectable. So 2-5 here, and moving into the 8th round. We'll see what CLG can show us now. Now is the one round that they can't lose. If they want to have a reasonable first half, they have to win this next one.
Exactly. They have to get that chain going. Henny's got his op. I'm curious to see where he's going to take it. It's looking like it's going to be up into A main, looking for the aggression, but they're playing retake A here, CLG. It's a mid-focus that's coming through, and Ricky going very aggressive in B halls. It pays off. He finds Bolts early on in this round. Well, now Immortals, it looks like they want to try and get something rolling over here on the A site, but they're down a man. Oh, Kusta, go for the wall bang.
He really wants to, but once they're a man up, why even try and fight any of these angles? Just make sure you've got him covered, but don't take too much of a fight here. The pressure currently on Immortals to find a way into any of the bomb side. Look like they might try and go for the A1 again. They've got the 2 Molotovs so they can burn out a lot of the regular corners. So the Ethan is standing actually in a pretty good spot to avoid any Molotovs.
This is an open, kind of like an off angle here.
Yeah.
The smoke goes down to block off Kusta on short. Quick rotation coming through here from Cutler. He's going to try and get into CT, but they get that incendiary down. That's going to stagger things. Steel going to be delayed just a little bit as Lucas works his way out from A main. Nobody there to spot him, however, and so they have their opening, Immortals. Now can they find this shot? And there it is. Steel delivers, takes down Ethan, looks for the follow-up, not going to get it, and it's Cutler getting traded. Steel with both kills.
It's not done yet. 30 seconds, and the bomb will be going down now. Another retake coming in, and once again, they've got Finesse sneaking in towards Squeak, and he was a big part of why they could retake it last time. He got that kill on Bolts this time. Maybe he's going to have to be the one opening it up, because the other 2 have rifle or AWPs, so it's going to be a lot more tricky for them. All the way up on the forklift, aggressive peeking coming out here from the T side. Henny smoked off for the moment, and actually that smoke blocks off Finesse. He's going to get the kill anyway, but that was almost a terrible mistake. Now it's down to Steel and FNX, trapped in the back line here. 1 versus 3. FNX not looking the right way. I think he thought that was a grenade coming in. Instead, Finesse with the triple, and enough time for the defuse here. CLG going to make it a 3rd round. Whoa, that smoke by forklift very nearly saved Henny.
And if it was like a split second earlier, blooming earlier, then Finesse wouldn't have had any idea that the man was holding forklift, and there would have been a real chance for Immortals to hold that push. Instead, another perfect retake as far as they're concerned. 3 players surviving at the end. They'll be able to save both AWPs once again, and they can keep rolling with this expensive strategy that Immortals are clearly struggling with. FNX is kind of slowed down here. He's definitely not having a good time. Yeah, that was awkward.
You could sort of tell that the panic is setting in towards the end there, where it's just like full-on spray.
But they can still buy Immortals. I mean, that's an incredible economy that they're rolling with. It's because they're getting these bomb plants. That bonus 800 is making a world of difference. Steal.
Oh, man.
Oh, are they going for the mid take again? Double boost. Steal getting in position to throw that incendiary. He's got the Molotov, and it's looking like they want to go for a rinse and repeat here, Immortals.
How are they going to react with this double push in main, though, CLG? Is Finesse going to risk it and move forward? I'd love it if he did. That would be some bold play. They got the mid control on this Immortal side, and it could very well be a B crunch. And forward position again by Ricky. He's trying to fall back, and he's actually got back up here. This is very interesting. He doesn't quite get caught yet, but Cutler certainly does. And Ricky, he's going to have to go really big here. He gets a second kill on Lucas, trying to buy time with the Molotov and calling for his teammates to come and help him out. Ethan is there to take down FNX, and a bit of a flick coming out, but not connecting with anyone. Ricky finally going down. That's a great shot from Steel, making it a 2-on-2.
And Ricky doing so much work. Kusa's got the angle, falls off the ledge right as the opportunity presents itself, and now it's on Finesse coming through the B halls. He's not going to make it. Walks right out into the open, into Steel's waiting arms. And it's just Kusta now on high, but they know where he's coming from. No element of surprise here to help the American Opper. And this is looking like Immortals. They're going to finally break this streak that CLG.
Oh, man. He's going to have to back up. He was hoping that they would give him a target, but they just haven't. This is no longer an attempt to win it. Finesse, I'm wondering if, because it was very clear to us that the bomb was being planted, and if Finesse had actually peeked when that was happening, then the round would have been done, right? He would have killed the guy planting the bomb. But maybe no one heard it. Kusta must have been just a bit further away.
Yeah.
Or there were too many shots being fired, I'm not sure.
I'm just wondering what's going through Cutler's head with that positioning.
I think
I'm
he's
totally going to catch them off guard, standing way out in the open.
Well, I think he sort of, I think he probably felt like he had to stay there because he wanted to help Ricky get back, right? So he sort of felt, I have to stand my ground here because otherwise Ricky is going to get shot in the back. But a bit of a shame. That could have very well been a CLG round, but Immortals going to end up picking it up. And that's, I mean, right when they were about to eco as well.
Yeah, now. Well, they still have the money for it. Well, obviously Kusta has his AWP that he saved. Bolts this time will win towards B. Suppose you have to have Ricky going aggressive. And, well, Kusta going to get wall banged through, down to 38 HP, has to back off. No possibility of a trade kill. Oh, peekaboo.
Ethan, this is dangerous. He's not out of the woods yet. He's starting. Oh, what a shot coming in. Henny gets taken out. It's well done, Ethan. Very nearly dropping Lucas. I mean, even if he just did the damage, that's still great. And then the fact that now it almost seems like they can reliably count on Ricky to just get a kill outside of B. Just leave him in charge of that and put everyone else mid or A. Kusta playing very close here towards the forklift, and Immortals realize now they've got to make it work. Doesn't get the jump shot as they come through, and Steel reads that situation very well. Finesse will pick up a kill there on Steel, and that's going to buy time for the rotation. Just Lucas and FNX next, and Lucas is practically dead already. FNX out in the open fighting. Ricky shows up, gets a kill, and gets the follow-up. Triple here for the Australian player. Very well done, man. Ricky's a beast right now.
Yeah, Ricky, he is a linchpin here for CLG. He was, when he was playing with the Australian teams as well, standout player with the op, capable of the high impact kills. And once again, managing, I mean, what, that's twice, not the last round obviously, but that was twice where he was able to pick up the initial kill for CLG over in B halls on Bolts. And then he rotates over here to A and just rains terror and destruction down on Immortals. This guy's a monster.
Are they going to keep challenging him outside of B? That's interesting. I mean, they won one of those fights, but he's had more success after that. Getting fairly aggressive in that side of the map. And you can tell that Cutler is still his back up there. If anything happens, Cutler is going to be the one throwing Molotovs and everything else. It's good. I mean, you could get Tech9 rushed down, but we can tell it's going to be an A push instead, and it's going to be damned fast. The grenades and all of the pistols coming in towards the site, but already Finesse and Ethan picking up a couple of kills. Ethan again before he finally goes down. Kusta gets one, and no trouble picking up that second kill on Steel. That's the kind of play we like to see out of Kusta, and we want to see much more of it.
Exactly. This is where you can really shine with that double op. If you have two versatile players like that, Kusta clearly wants to, he likes to hold those angles, but if he's able to hit the quick flicks as well in the close quarters, I mean, Yeah, that's the strength of like Kenny, for example. That's how the G2 double op sort of works, is where you have the one opera who's able, and Shoxy, who's able to hold long lines, who prefers to play angles, and then you've got the up close and dirty opera who doesn't care about chaos. That's where he thrives. He wants those shots where he has to react quickly. And so a solid round there from Kusta. And well, CLG is showing that, okay, they have something to work with here.
Oh, this is, it's still not clear who's actually running away with this game. It seemed like Immortals had a pretty good game plan early on, but now CLG have woken up, and I think the big thing that was really a problem for CLG initially was the fact that they just didn't have money. But they played like 6 rounds, and one of them was a rifle round. That was the start of the half for them.
Right.
Because they won the pistol and lost the next 2, and then they lost that one, and then it just kept going, right? Now they finally have money, and they're actually, now Immortals are sort of in the reverse problem. This could be a 9-6 finish, which, considering the beginning, I wouldn't be so sad if I was CLG after that.
No, that would be one hell of a recovery. Because Immortals didn't look like they were going to get stopped at the beginning. But Ricky gives up the angle, goes for the delayed peek, even gets, no, what? Is that a wallbang tag?
Yeah, 4 damage.
Let's go. Let's CS go.
He's not really going to do anything at that point. Cutler taking this fight, not really, I think, necessary. First of all, he's running out of bullets. You're going to get that shot with the second to last bullet. Had 1 left, but also, what happens if you get 1 deked? But ultimately, works out just fine anyway. Bolts and steel, and now just steel.
Finesse actually seems like a very versatile player in this setup for CLG as well. When it comes to his positioning, A site, B site, even supporting in mid, it doesn't really matter. It feels like right now his game plan is to let Ricky and Kusta have the lay of the land, basically run the show when they have those ops. Where do you feel like going? Cool, okay. And then they shift up the defense based off of that. It feels like you're seeing Finesse all over the place, which is a very difficult role. It's not easy to do, to be able to be effective all across the map on the CT side while also handling the in-game leading.
Yeah, I think Finesse is one of those players, I would like, sort of like, I mean, an earlier MSL before he changed his sense and became a god, where, you know, it's fine as long as you don't have, as long as you're not relying on him to do any big job, you know. Just take care of some of the fundamental stuff, but in a clutch, you know, he's not the player you want left necessarily. But that's fine, you know. Not everyone can be or has to be.
I was wondering when this was going to happen.
The jump up. And even at a professional level, teams surprisingly bad at checking that corner.
We'll see the awareness here. I think a lot of this is going to come down to mid if they want to take that fight over their Immortals, because then that's where the position gets negated if somebody is coming up short, because then they can spot you. There's no element of surprise. They'll see you from a mile away. So Finesse right now with 3 players, well, 2 players focused mid. Looks like Cutler is just below Vents. He's got the defense set up, and it does look like, at least for now, Immortals are going to try and rotate back and get that boost going, set up for that mid control.
They only have 2 smokes left on Immortals' side. That's just not very much. So once they throw them, you know they're going to have to go. They can't really afford to wait. 2 smokes could definitely be one for upper and CT over at the B bomb side. You've got those 2 cleared out, but they're going to hit the engagement earlier than that. It's going to be Cutler the first point of contact, and then on the crossfire, if anything goes on, Cutler's waiting. It's actually going to be Ricky who spots them out first, and then Cutler's going to go with the pop flash. This is a very bold strat. They're going to finally see it coming, and there's the first kill for Ricky. They turn around for the grenade, though. Great play from Immortals, and Ricky, a lot of trouble here. Can't get the flick in. FNX will take him down.
Costa, you're a bit late to the party, but you do hit the bomb carrier. 7 seconds left. There's just enough time to get that bomb plant. It's not going to be a fancy one. It will not be planted for bolts, for example, than checkered, but they will get it nonetheless. Man advantage now for the retake here on CLG, but FNX brings it back to a 2-on-2, and this is all on FNX to clutch it now.
Good job on Ethan, but the double FNX gets 1, turns around with the AK, but he can't get Kusta. Double instead for the American player, and CLG winning another round. It's a good job for Immortals to get that far into the bomb side. I'm kind of shocked that grenade setup didn't work better. But it could be one of those instances again. There's been some talk in the community about this recently, where you can hear the pin from that, especially those underhand throws.
Yeah.
So that could be it.
Yeah, you can hear that pin. I wonder if it goes off, if there's enough time to react as well, if it goes off too low in the doorway. Because we don't get to see it, obviously. We don't get to see that perspective.
Yeah. But I actually think, I mean, I spoke a bit to Device earlier about this today, and he did say like a lot of the times we don't see the grenades at all. Like we're not interested in whether or not we're seeing them. We just it's all audio, you know.
Yeah.
Henny goes down, and Finesse getting wall banged and putting himself on fire. No, Summit. I hope you're watching the game, brother, because this is it's gonna be a bit of almost a shout out.
Is it 1Gs in the chat?
Absolutely. Kusta goes down. And Ethan gets a great double kill, but now it's still back into a 2-on-2. He just can't escape that. Oh, he sees the gun barrel. Cutler. Is it enough? Can he get the kill? Easy enough on Steel. And now Bolts is left. 1 versus 2. What a ridiculous round. I'm losing my mind, Samler. What is happening? Bolts is going to be sneaking in. He sees the grenade, so he knows that someone's down there, but now things just got a lot worse.
He knows where the op is playing from. He knows that Cutler is somewhere on the site. But this is a nightmarish situation for Bolts. He does have quite a bit of time to work with, though, so there is that. No real pressure on his shoulders. And there we go. More than enough time to work. Ricky misses the key shot. And Bolts, the BDP, gonna cost him in the end. Ricky there with the punish. But Bolts, what was that? Peeking right back out on the short, and he caught Ricky down.
Man, it looked like he had it, didn't it? It just looked like he had it.
I believed for a moment there. That would have been soul-shattering for Ricky.
If they had lost that round to FNS igniting himself, just, I don't even know.
Well, I mean, you want to say we've seen it all.
Yeah, just when you thought. The fact that it seems like it's out of sheer panic that where are the bullets coming from? I must leave this earth.
Cremated.
Oh, God. Well, this is a very, very bold strat coming out of CLG. I mean, it's nice having the double layer here, but one flashbang could finish this whole thing. In fact, there's no flashbangs on Immortals, so it's certainly not going to be that. We'll see how this can work out. CLG, first spray comes in. Ethan getting a quick double, turn it into a triple. Eventually out of bullets, but still, that was definitely worth it. Now it's Bolts and Lucas. 2 versus 3 here, and can we get a quick bomb plant?
Yeah, quick bomb plant, and also Bolts using a lot of time before he actually commits with the smoke. So that smoke is going to last 30 seconds before that bomb goes boom. And a man advantage once again here for CLG going into the retake on A, and they're pacing themselves. They're taking their time about it. Waiting for somebody exactly on Immortals to make the play. I like this.
Ricky moving up. He's got no fear at all. He's a maniac at the moment. Just going to be charging in, and may have been a bit too much. Bolts with another 2 headshots. Molotov, Kusta goes down. Oh my God, Bolts! Unbelievable, taking all 3 players. He very nearly did it last round, and this time he does.
There's something about that spot on Forklift. Nico showed it to us. Now Bolts, don't care. Will peek you for days with an AK and get headshots as well. One after another. It couldn't have gone better for Bolts.
Oh, the thing is, Samla, can I do? I'll do a teaser. I have one trick on that map that can on that particular position on Forklift that can work so well. So that's going to be out in the future at some point. We'll see. We'll see. We've got a quick break, guys. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
I think that anybody was really ranking them much higher than the Asian teams that were coming into the tournament as well, because those teams have firepower. It's just, you know, do they have the experience, the structure, etc. That's where CLG comes out ahead a little bit, the experience in terms of experience, but you have to be frank.
And look at this. Immortals very clearly signaling that they're going for a retake. They're also pushing 3 men out of the B-bomb site, so they're going to know in a couple of seconds they'll realize, all right, this is going to be an A push, and then they're just going to try and retake it. This is all part of the plan right now for the Brazilian side. The smoke is up, so guy playing truck, that was Bolts, can't really do anything, and he's actually going to get taken out by Kusta. That's like a nice long-range shot. Now things are looking really good here for CLG, and the quick flank is coming in, but they already see it, and Kusta, another shot comes in. That's 3 headshots from Kusta, shutting down Immortals. Ricky, he wants to be part of the party, and it'll just be Henny walking in, USP in hand.
Let's go. With that USPS, he had spotted as well. The jig is up, and Kusta, 3 headshots, not enough. He needed a 4th. There we go. That's a round for CLG. That's going to set the tone here. But I want to say that, but then, yeah, let's not get too excited considering how the first half pistols.
No.
panned out.
Finesse was not doing a fist bump then. He was doing that thing that you see like the Victorian ladies do, like where they allow you to kiss your hand.
Kiss my hand.
He didn't have his hand. Just someone get the replay. I think he was expecting Kusta to kiss it.
Or it was like it was like that really weak handshake, you know, like the dead fish handshake that just kind of like hangs there.
Yeah.
Except that it's a fist bump.
It's just very odd. That makes me uncomfortable.
It's like a fist touch.
Yeah, just they've got to tighten that up. But apart from that, it was a good round at 9-7, and moving into the 17th round, we've got C-set 75s and a couple of deagles on Immortals. But see what CLG can do. I've got to say, I feel like this could be a very close match all of a sudden.
Always between these two teams. I mean, these are the two teams that play from the same region as well. You will have that regional rivalry coming into it, but also that familiarity where they're going to be watching each other play every day, maybe scrimming together as well. And so you do expect it, especially on a map like Cache that is now turning into like the new Dust 2, which is very aim reliant. Both teams have similar firepower in that respect, and so anything is possible here going into the second half. It's definitely not over. CLG lead 9-7. And will have a lot of patience. I got to give it to them. They really aren't showing much here.
And this is a style that I really enjoy. I love it when people do this, where they sort of all hide on a bomb site, and then they have one flashbang. As you can tell, it's on Lucas at the moment. So once the action starts to pop up, that one flashbang is going to be the really instrumental part of it. A bit of damage already been output. Bolts has to move forward. He's going to be going down. Lucas hasn't popped the flashbang yet. Something is missing from this plan, and oh no. Steel coming in. You're supposed to throw the grenade, Lucas. Eventually.
Was his mouse stuck?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Technical difficulties.
Maybe as a prank, someone had like glued the pin in. So he said like, "Oh, what's happening?" I don't know that. So I mean, the reason that not all bomb sites you can do this on, and actually their sort of sister team in SK is one of the teams that do this very well. Used to do it. They don't actually experiment that much with it any longer, but they used to do very well on maps like Overpass. You know, any map where you can get a lot of people to hide around a lot of walls, and then you know once the enemy team is deep enough into the trap, so they get the first point of contact, you pop the flashbang, and everybody peeks.
Exactly.
Lucas forgot at least one of the important parts of it.
It's like, I'll wait until one of them gets a headshot. Oh wait, they're all dead. All right. Well. Kind of going according to plan here, at least as far as CLG are concerned. 10-7. Aggression from Steel and mid. He is going to get a little bit of information there. And it is a stack towards B here for Immortals.
I really hate the P2000. I just don't like it.
I love the P2000 when Shox is using it.
That's the one thing I don't like about Shoxy, actually.
Stop!
Now that you mention it.
You cannot dislike anything about Shoxy.
It's the one thing. Everyone has to have that one thing. Henny's got the right idea, though. USP in his hands. And blindly shooting through. Finesse going to find him with the UMP. Now Steel going to be coming through the smoke. And he's actually delaying it a bit. It could have been a pretty good idea. FNX will take one kill so far, and that's all they've got here on the CT side. Can't expect anything else. It's going to be the next round when it gets really exciting. Bolts in the middle. Long range against Ricky. That's a pretty good job. Trying again. They're just slowly fighting him. They have the grenades if they wanted to. Bolt's doing even more damage. Please, CLG, please.
Yeah, could you please stop? Just, you know, this is from everybody watching CS and who plays CS and all that. You know, just please stop. There we go. But at least you saved both AKs.
Yeah.
That was so needlessly expensive for CLG. Versus a hard eco as well. It's like, Immortals like, great, we got 3 kills. Perfect. Going to force them to spend some of that money. Kusta's going to go for the AWP. Ricky on the AK. And Henny, of course, manages economy so that he has that AWP in the first buy as well. Glass cannon with a single smoke. What I want to see CLG do, though, because there are very few anti-rush nades going on here for Immortals, is I would have loved to have just seen like straight up B rush. Let's go full matchmaking, boys. Straight out onto the B site.
Oh, wow. Look at Kusta. That jump. Oh, my God. I wish we could see that from his point of view.
That was some JW level right there.
He got the Foon level in. That's absolutely incredible. Oh, my God. I don't know if we used the camera angle or something there, but that was very well done.
That was some prime JW movement.
You've got to realize that's a risk to take as well, because if you get like the sort of the stumbling version of it where you sort of kind of like land on your ankles instead, there's a chance you can end up in a completely wrong angle, and the other guy on the other side is going to be like, all right, why did he peek me with his knee? And then you just die. So that looked really cool. Well done, Kusta.
I just love that kind of movement out of the players.
Yeah.
The ones who can pull it off, the Oppers in particular, it's just a pleasure to watch. It's like art. Steal. In connector. Smoked. And he's going to have some support from short, as well as a flash from his teammates. He tries to take advantage of it, but it's not going to pan out. Somehow he doesn't make it happen.
Yeah, Ethan should have been long gone, but I feel like he's actually been playing a pretty good game now. FNX will get the 1 kill, and Ethan not in a great position to refrag this unless he get the sound timing down right here. He hears FNX falling back, but he'll eventually get the kill on him too. That leaves just Henny. 1 versus 4. Gonna pick up 1. They know where he is, so just, yeah, back up. There's no reason to do this. 29 seconds is plenty of time. Takes about 17-ish to run from A to B here going that direction, so should be no problem.
Yep. Luckily, it wasn't the first guy with the bomb running in. Otherwise, then you're in for sad times if you're CLG at that point. You're a little stressed.
Finesse not gonna get the free kill, but at least he doesn't have a Molotov to put himself on fire, so should be all right.
Was that far enough? I think that was just within range to hear it, the steps. Ah, well.
Now, that's a sort of a stylistic question here. Do you want to take that shot? Because now they're going to come for you. FNS playing at close range, going to be jumping up right outside his scope, but Henny sees it anyway. Not bad at all. If he had been playing maybe a different resolution, then it could have been out of his field of view there, but he did. Now it's Ethan coming in. He misses the shot. Henny tries to make it around the corner. He's not bad at all. Saving the AWP and getting 3 kills. A pretty good job for Henny. But there are some players, and we've seen this in the past, that would have never shot the first guy. Would have said, just, yeah, go look for me in B, and I'll stay here and stay alive.
Yep. And it's actually a bit sad for him because the first shot that he hits is Kusta. That's the op down. Then you're talking about, like, hey, you did some damage, right? Maybe it was worth the risk if they're not going to save the op. The fact is that Ethan actually picked up the op at the end as well, so they even saved that AWP. So they're only sacrificing AKs in the end. Still that firepower that Immortals are going to have to deal with, but it's Henny. He's invested in Kevlar now, a little bit more robust. But he has to be the hero here in this round if Immortals want to stand a chance.
Henny's got it in the middle. I don't know if it's just because I honestly have had no expectations of Ethan going into this tournament at all. So maybe that's why I think he's doing a good job. But I would say he's showing signs of a player that could definitely be sort of built into more. He's not playing stupid Counter-Strike is what I'm trying to say. Oh, boost on top of the smoke, and then he gets the kill. Ethan, sorry I cursed you, man. That happens.
Good looking out. We've done it a few times this tournament, Anders. It's all right. But this is still, I mean, advantage CLG. No matter what, it's going to be pistols here for Immortals. And still 4 players alive for CLG with full utility. I hate the spacing. They're definitely pretty spread out here. But they should be able to find the shot. Kusta catches steal, popping up at headshot. And now Lucas up close at the dig, but he's not going to find any targets. There's still plenty of time here for CLG to rotate back around to A. They don't have to commit to anything.
Yeah, definitely a good mid-round call coming out here. Now, can they make it work? Bolts almost wins the fight with the C-set 75. If that happens, then things get real tight. Now, Henny in position here. There is going to be a target in Kusta who has the AWP on the other side, but the smoke goes up, and Henny going to move forward. Finesse the one carrying the bomb right onto the site. Misses the shot, and Kusta's there for the refrag. Good teamwork.
Yep. Kusta, that angel on high, just watching. With a massive sniper rifle. And he's going to catch Lucas going for the shoulder peaks as well. There's the pause. The tactical certainly getting called here by Immortals because that was the round of eco. Now they're going into the bye, and they're going to have 13 rounds CLG. This is where, if you are Immortals, you need to figure out what is going on. Why are you not able to succeed in your defense here? Is it aggression mid? A main? We haven't really seen. It feels like we haven't really seen that much, but then again, they have been having pretty weak buys.
Some of the mid takes have been pretty good for CLG. They seem to do a good job of getting the mid control in. I'm not sure what exactly it comes down to why Immortals aren't able to make it work.
I'll tell you why. And this is from our boy Moses. Kusta.
Kusta. I mean, Kusta's doing a good job. He's got 18 kills. Ethan's got 20. He's actually out-fragging everybody at the moment. Who would have thought? 13-7, the 21st round coming up here, and CLG 3 rounds away from making the playoffs and knocking Immortals out. That would be devastating. I feel like there are so many tournaments now where I feel like Immortals look like a playoff team. You know, they just look like they can make it. They look so hungry and they look so motivated, and then they just all the time just get a slightly short there. Boost up in the middle by Cutler, and Finesse holding with the bomb by the ice cream truck.
Oh, what a shot! Sick work from Ethan. But FNX is there to bring it back. He trades on Kusta into a 4-on-4. But still, Ethan managed to create some space here for CLG in mid with an excellent headshot.
And not afraid to try and follow it up. No one on highway right now. In fact, the only one holding the A-bomb site here is Bolt, way back by the NBK corner. And then on truck, but that truck position is going to get smoked off really quickly. So a lot of this is just going to be Bolts. They have Molotovs. They're just going to burn him out. He can't even cancel it. He doesn't have a smoke to cancel any Molotovs. So Bolts could be just in a lot of trouble any second now. It's Ethan coming in. Long-range spray. Oh, my God. He hits that headshot. Triple kill for Ethan in the round. And all of them beautiful kills. Lucas and Steele are left. Now, finally, Ethan goes down to a Molotov there, but
that was FNX's Molotov. Did he get the timing off right, where he thought it was going to clear, and yet through some devious trick of the mind, it didn't? It hung around just long enough to kill him? It was FNX reaching back from the grave?
Yeah, that's a good question. It was kind of low, but this is a 14th round here, and it's all Ethan here.
No, I mean, I love it. You know, CLG, in this map at least, they are in the lead, and they're going to be up on 14 rounds, but they've done an excellent job of demonstrating why, you know, it's not good to play with fire. Phoenix.
Wait.
Finesse.
This is the thing that you tell children in Denmark why they shouldn't play with fire. I don't know if it's happening in other countries too, but you say you don't play with fire because you'll pee your bed.
What?
That's true. That you say that in Denmark. As you know, I don't know why. It's obviously not true, but
are you like trying to like pee shame your kids into? I guess
yeah.
that can be an effective way.
I mean, it's obviously incredibly unscientific. I for sure will not be teaching Walter any of that nonsense. I'll try and also stop him from playing with fire, but I'll just be.
But I mean, the thing is like, you know, it's just like, here, get burned by it. Okay, you realize now it hurts. Great.
I'm not gonna try and burn my kid. But
have you ever seen that show Titus? Where it's like that. It was the kid with the horrible dad, and you know, kids playing with like the fork by the power outlet, and the mom's like, "Oh, don't do that, honey." The dad's like, "No. Bzz. Not gonna do that again, are ya?"
Listen, I'm gonna try and give him a reasonable and calm and a nice life, because eventually he will learn English and he'll be able to communicate with Duncan, and I know that's when it's. So you might as well give him the smooth ride until that point. It'll be Henny inside of the A-bomb site, and with the backup of FNX playing by the railing there. Let's see if he can, if they can have a good job. Oh, yeah, they've got an alright mid presence right now. I'm okay with this setup. I think Henny is the sort of AWPer that can make a lot work from this position, even if the Molotovs start raining in.
Yep, there, sure enough, Kusa just decides to walk into the angle a second after. Finesse, though, that was the shot to hit. Gets the trade, and it's all on Immortals now. Smokes are up, but CLG are pushing, and it's going to be Ethan leading the way. Does he have another hero round in him?
Well, they're actually rotating the bomb back. This is a really great mid-round call. A lot of these calls are just perfect from CLG. They're doing a fantastic job. Ethan is sticking around. They've got the bomb in middle now. In fact, they're going to go for the boost, and FNX, is he realizing? Yeah, easy kill on Ethan for sure, but now what did they do? Oh, I wish they would have just kept running to the B-bomb side. I actually think that would have been the perfect call, but now they might have outgamed themselves. Cutler goes down. Finesse and Ricky left here, 2 versus 4.
Yeah, this is just one of those rounds where you're going to forget it ever happened. Ricky is going to find the kill on FNX, but there's only 10 seconds left. Luckily, the bomb will be able to get onto the site, and so they will find that plant.
Oh, my God.
What? Ricky finds a kill at truck as well. Bolts is down. Lucas is roasting.
Oh, Finesse getting another headshot. How are they letting this go, Immortals? It was just 2-on-4, and suddenly Ricky's back from the first half. He's been disappeared for a while, but now it looks like it's good. That bomb line is so vicious as well. And Steele going to be moving around. He gets the first kill, but Ricky just has to hide in main. Steele has one flashbang. He could try for the underhand throw. Maybe that would make the difference here. But Ricky coming out with a long peek, and he gets the kill. Triple here, surviving on just 10 health. And CLG now up to 15 rounds. My God, if you lose that round on the Immortal side, maybe you shouldn't be in the playoffs.
Now, at that point, that you can tell that the nerves are starting to set in, I think, with the Immortals here. That's match point and a spot in the playoffs on the line here for CLG, and they've got plenty of match points as well. But yeah, Immortals running in one after another, challenging one after another. It's just like CLG is just, that's perfect for them. That's all they want. Yes, give us duels. We have the AKs. If we hit headshots, you die.
A bit shocking. They've been struggling to find that good of a position, and once they get it, they can't actually convert it into a win. 8 rounds in a row is what Immortals need, and the first one might be the hardest one just because of the lack of equipment here. No AWPs, 3 for Masters, and just 3 grenades left. Oh no.
This is going to get awkward for Kusta.
Maybe even more so for Penny hiding in the corner there. He's going to get the 1 kill on Cutler, but he loses a teammate. Now the Molotov is in, and he had no smoke to cancel it, so that's the reason why I was a bit worried there. 3 on 3. Bolts coming in, long spray there to take down Ricky. That's a good job. Ethan next in line. Bolts not afraid. A great job. A 1 versus 3 here up against Finesse. They've got to win this.
Ooh, clever play here from Finesse. Bolts should never expect him to be coming from on high, but unfortunately for Finesse, he's going to get covered. I think he was behind his gun or something,
yes.
The model of the gun. He just couldn't see him. That would have been flawless. Then you'd have been into a 1v2. But you got to give it to Henny. Talk about a battle. Yes, you're roasting alive. What do? You still get 2 kills. That really makes the difference for your team.
You know, some part of me wishes, I kind of understand why you can't, but at the same time, some part of me wishes that you could use the 1.6 command. There was one that was called Hot Display 0, where you could just have, you could remove the weapon entirely.
Yeah.
So it just disappeared, so.
Well, I can tell you why.
Yeah, well, the skins, right? But actually, for tournament use, you could do it because you could just have the spectator client show them, and then for the player, it isn't, right?
Yeah.
There weren't that many players actually who enjoyed playing with it, but there were a couple who were pretty good with it. And I don't remember in the later days if they removed it from 1.6. Even I can't remember. Someone will have to tell me, but I know early on it was definitely possible.
There is a command though that players do use, and I don't know. I think Steel used to use it, but where you could
American Steel, yeah,
exactly, American Steel, where you could flip it from hand to hand.
Sure.
And so in that sort of situation, right, where you need to be able to see to your bottom right, but not your bottom left, because on your left is a wall. Boom, you could just switch it, and there you don't have anything impeding your vision. But that's some next level, quick decision making sort of style that I don't think a lot of pros subscribe to.
24th round coming up here. They got that first round, Immortals, but they need a lot more. Still no AWP in play. Good job shooting out the vents before CLG can hear it coming into the middle. That's why they're doing that, if you're wondering why not just wait until you get to the other side of the wall. But then they can hear it, and they'll definitely know you're at least thinking about going vents.
It looks like CLG want to go for just an explosive A push here, though. 3 in Squeak. 1 through main, 1 holding the back line. We'll have the nades set up here. And there's the opening. Double entry kill coming through. Henny still once again making the difference. But this time it's CLG with the man advantage. Lucas and Steel with the retake. And Lucas has a kit.
Man, unbelievable timing for CLG to open that door. Flashbang right in the face of Steel. They have to go for this, otherwise it's not going to work out at all. Cutler taking a bit of damage, but how did they get onto this bomb site? There's still another Molotov left on Cutler, and he can just throw a bomb out that bomb. Steel goes down to Ricky. It seems like it's all over. Lucas drops. Ricky with a triple, and CLG managed to knock out Immortals and make their way into the playoffs here. What a crazy story this is. That first half for CLG, I mean, I would say I was more impressed they did a good job holding on to it, but it wasn't like a stunning first half that they had. They just managed to keep up with Immortals, but the second half was really well done.
And in what world did you imagine that it would be CLG flying the American flag in the playoffs? This American, North and South. SK are out in the groups. Immortals out in the groups. What is this? Yeah,
CLG make it further in a tournament than SK and Virtus Pro. That's what I'm saying, Samler. We are living in a simulation. There's no doubt about it. It can't possibly be real.